All right, we got to move on because I got to see what else is in that little glass sphere of yours that you're seeing. And we're going to come back to the city of brotherly love because, as much as I don't like to admit it sometimes, the Eagles had, to me, the best offseason in the NFL. And the biggest move that they made was going and trading for A.J. Brown from the Titans and bringing him to Philly, as Jalen
You give
Brown
him
would
a
say,
huge deal and
you
a
know, let's
huge deal.
and a huge bag, as
He
Jalen
got
Brown would,
paid.
as Jalen Hurts said, let's do it, Kim Folk, like they're ready to go. So, what's your vision in Philly? How does he come in Philly? How do they do? How does he help Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I think he's going to give Jalen a more physically gifted receiver at the point of attack. Jalen's going to be able to give him some balls that are going to be in a more contested situation than you can give guys like Devontae or literally anybody else on that roster besides Devontae. AJ Brown's going to be able to eat up some of that underneath stuff, some of that, tight net, get under the linebacker, get just over the defensive line and turn some of that into yardage. I think that's going to be good for Jalen, just giving him someone that he can trust to just go make that play. Not that Devontae's not, that dude. I love Devontae, but when you get into that middle of the field, really, really tight window stuff, you don't necessarily want to be getting him the ball there just because his frame's so light that you're worried major contact could lose you one of your better offensive players. And so AJ Brown, you don't have to worry about that because dude's like 230 pounds. Dude's the size of these linebackers. And so the linebackers have to make the business decision on whether or not they're going to go in for that hit because they might get as much punishment, if not more. And so I think that's going to be big for Jalen. I think I would curb the enthusiasm on some of the expectation. I've seen people throw out,
you got to talk to them Philly fans, man.
That's
you
what
know
I'm
how you got to talk to them Philly fans. Okay.
I've been seeing people throw out like 4,000, 4,100, 4,200 yards for Jalen Hurts this year and another 800 to 1,000 on the ground. That's just not going to happen. I really don't see. I see Jalen topping out at like 3,800 passing yards, maybe another. I could see him get 800, or I could even see a Jalen Hurts 1,000-yard rushing season. But I think if we do see a Jalen Hurts 1,000-yard rushing season, something probably went really wrong offensively.
Really?
Yeah,
even with the revamped receiving core, because we're coming off a 3,100 16 TD season. So you're saying that with
from scrimmage,
AJ Brown, that you can't foresee another 900 yards in that.
No, I mean it's not just that. Like AJ Brown will accumulate more than that many yards, but he's also taking away from some of the guys who were on the field prior. Sure. Now he is an improvement on those players. Absolutely, but Dallas Goedert's still going to get his, right? And Devontae's still going to get his. I just don't think Jalen's going to rush for that huge pocket. If he does rush for that 1,000, that means that the passing game did not live up to what it was supposed to. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, all I was going to say is what the Eagles do get is that big body receiver that they've been missing really since Alshon Jeffrey, right? And he's an even bigger frame than Alshon. So, question. Let me give your vision again. Who does that help more, getting that type of go-get-it receiver? Does that help Devontae Smith to open the field a little bit more, or does that help A.J. Brown more, or Jalen Hurts more as a bigger frame and a bigger target to throw to?
I think it's just going to help Jalen more because anything that helps Devontae helps Jalen. When it comes down to it, anything you can do to make your quarterback's life easier is going to be the most important thing that you can do. Anything that A.J. Brown retracts from Devontae, the more one-on-ones he's creating for Devontae is a net positive for Devontae, but it's also a net positive for Jalen. Whereas, having the big body guy doesn't necessarily always benefit Devontae, especially if we're talking production-wise, right? Like, I think that's one thing that not a lot of people are taking into consideration is that because the Eagles went out and got this dude in A.J. Brown, this like certified number one, odds are we're not going to see a huge production jump from Devontae this year, right? Maybe we don't see him hit that 1,000-yard threshold that a lot were hoping for. And that's not a bad thing, right? If Jalen Hurts has a 3,800 passing yard, 800 rushing yard season, that's still a great season. That's 4,600 yards of scrimmage. They can be a 10-7 win team. They could be an 11-6 win team, win the NFC East. I just don't expect Jalen Hurts to have that huge balloon in passing production. I just don't expect the volume to be there from him.
No, I feel that. I feel that for sure. So you heard him, Eagles fans. Curb your enthusiasm. Start
just off the production.
Just off the production. All right, but how did the Eagles finish then? If we way too early prediction for how the Eagles finish.
I'll tell you what. I'll take them for first in the East right now because it can't be Dallas. And I'm not going to pick Washington right now. It's going to be one of Philadelphia or Washington to win the division. And I'll take the Eagles for right now.
Whoa, he said one or Philly of Washington. We gonna clip that,
You
and we
can't
gonna
win back to
come.
back.
We gonna check tape when the start of the season comes because we need to expound on that.